Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Core GT3 Road to Rio Challenge Series. We're at the United States Grand Prix at Road America this evening for this awesome Monday night series here. And it looks like we're going to start out with our 20-minute sprint race this evening. Looks like we may have had an issue, no qualifying this evening, so we're going a bit off of schedule here, but we'll just jump right into the 20-minute sprint race here as Nick Nickerson there in the number 2 is going to lead us down to the green flag.
Green, green, green.
And you can see it's going to be chaos here as we head into turn 1 for the first time here. 20-minute sprint race, and then there will be a full invert for our 60-minute endurance feature. Nick Nickerson there on the inside in that yellow and gray Mercedes. He's going to come out in first. Nathan Medina there in the Ferrari on the outside. He's going to come under pressure here for second place, as that is Adam Jones looking on the inside there in that orange and black Mercedes. You can see Jones there got a little loose on the exit of turn 3 here. Long straight down here into the very slowest corner on the track, turn 5. And we expect to see a lot of passes attempted here, especially in these opening laps. As you can see, Adam Jones going to look on the inside under braking. Looks like Mason Smith there also making a move on Christopher Hamilton. And back up front here, Adam Jones in the number 46, the orange and black Mercedes there. He's worked his way up into second. He's made it around Nathan Medina. And now Medina's starting to come under pressure here from the 64 of Hamilton there in that purple, black, and yellow Mercedes. As you can see, they head through the carousel now and going to head down toward turn 11, the kink here. You can see Hamilton here going to look on the inside through this turn. Very brave move right there. You have to trust both drivers can go through there too wide, and they do make it through. But it looks like Mason Smith there in the 05, that orange and gray Mercedes there, also looking to challenge Hamilton for the 4th place. Looks like Hamilton's currently stuck behind the 06 of Medina. And we'll see if he's going to be able to make a move here as they head down through the final corner. And going to head up the front straight here. You can see Medina there going to the bottom, trying to break the draft as they head down this very long front straight. And it looks like Hamilton's going to come under pressure there from Mason Smith. Looks like Smith is going to take away the 4th place position there. Very good pass in turn 1. And now we'll see if Mason Smith here can chase down 3rd place Medina there in the 06. Looks like we might have had a car off track there momentarily. Let's go back and take a look at that real quick. Looks like Brandon DeVos there in that green Porsche. He's going to go off track there. That looks like the carousel. Collect the wall. Doesn't look like he receives too much damage there. So he should still be able to keep going here, but loses out a lot of time. Currently last car scored on the track. Looks like Carl Handwerk here is in a bit of a battle with the 50 of Mark Thomas, that red and white car. So these two drivers here are going to duke it out for 6th place here, as only 0.3 of a second separates the two. I'm going to head through the kink here. Looks like everybody is starting to get spread out. This is our closest battle on the track right now. Actually going to check in with John Nobinger here in the 44. He's currently in that silver and red Audi. I believe there are 2 Audi drivers out here this evening. So the 44 there in a bit of a battle. Behind him he has, it looks like, Matthew Goring there in the 07. That looks to be like a, when I first saw it there, it looked almost like a cow livery, but I can see now that's just some sort of abstract design. So I do apologize about that, Matthew. And looks like he's going to be looking at making a run here on Nobinger down the front straight. He's very close. Going to take a peek on the inside here as they go down into turn 1. Oh, Nobinger late on the brakes, and looks like he is going to make contact there with, I'm not sure who he got into there. It looked like Kevin Foster. Go back and see if we can take another look at that. Yes, that was Kevin Foster. You can see Nobinger just getting into the rear of him there under braking into turn 1, and that looks like that's going to do it for Kevin here in this 20-minute sprint race. You can see he's limping it around the track there. Well, let's check in up here in this battle 4-6. This is Carl Handwerk there in the blue and white Porsche. He's currently chasing down Mark Thomas there in that red and white Porsche. And looks like Handwerk here going to make a look to the inside. Ooh, Thomas getting loose under braking. Looks like he had his right sides off the track when he actually hit the brakes there. So good save by him. But they're going to head through the carousel here. And Handwerk is going to take over that 6th place position. Oh, looks like Nathan Medina is off the track. That is turn 14. No, I'm sorry. That is the kink there. So that was coming out of the carousel. Big mistake. And he's going to move all the way back to 6th there. He's going to fall behind Handwerk, and Hamilton's going to look to make a move there. Let's see if we can go back and see where that started. We need to go back just a little bit more. Yeah, it was the carousel here. As you can see, Medina just very wide on the track on the exit there. Just getting in the grass. He's actually going to hit this curb here and launch. Just very slow there, losing out a lot of time. And he's actually going to come down pit road here. And it looks like the battle up front here isn't much of a battle at all. Nick Nickerson here in the number 2 has extended his lead to a little over 2 seconds. And it looks like Hamilton and Smith are about ready to have a great battle here. As you can see, Hamilton getting a great exit there out of turn 3. They're going to head down this long straight here into turn 5. Slowest corner on the track. Hamilton going to go to the outside. Smith is going to block the inside. And we'll see if Hamilton can cross him over here. Not a great passing opportunity here, but he's going to try to make it work here through the left-hander of turn 6. And they're going to run too wide, but you can see Mason Smith here is going to have the preferred line going into the next right-hander, but he is going to concede that position. So Hamilton will move up into 3rd. Smith will fall back to 4th. Oh, looks like Mark Gonzalez is also off the track there. Let's go back and see if we can take a look and see what happened here. It looks like he's got damage there on the right front from a previous run-in with something. And he just pulls it off the track. I'm not sure where he got the damage to begin with there, but that is unfortunate. He's going to go back to the pits. See here if the number 6 of Mason Smith can hang on to the back of Hamilton. And it looks like Mason Smith might have had a mistake, and that's what led to him losing out there on that 3rd place position. You can see Smith has picked up the pace a bit. He is still right on the back of Hamilton there as he's going to draft him down the front straight here. Just a little under 12 minutes remaining here in our 20-minute sprint race. Full invert at the end of this race for the 60-minute endurance feature. We'll ride on board Mason Smith here as he chases down 3rd place Hamilton. Christopher Hamilton here coming out of turn 3, going to head down toward the very slow turn 5. You can see Hamilton up ahead, weaving, trying to break that draft. And looks like there's going to be at least a couple car lengths of a gap here as they head down into turn 5. Mason Smith way late on the brakes there, making up a little bit of ground. see Hamilton there struggling on corner entry there, just slipping the rear end. Probably has a lot of rear brake dialed into that Mercedes, but he has a very good run there out of turn 7 and into turn 8. It's a great launch off as well. He's going to head into the carousel. Looks like he's got about 3 car lengths of a gap now back to Mason Smith, who we're riding on board with. And it's starting to look like Hamilton is quicker here in the middle part of the track. And we'll see if Mason Smith can claw back any time here. Oh, looks like we've got multiple cars off track here. Looks like Paul Butler here in the 77 goes off track. That is turn 6. And then a separate incident here. This is Abi Visuvesam off track here. Trying to figure out what turn that is. That looks to be turn 8, right before the carousel. Oh, just loses it there, trying to get back on the throttle. We've also got another incident here. This looks like Jeremy Lyon Watkins. Let's see what happened to him. It's just moments ago, just on under braking there, going off the track, gonna spin it around, self-car spin. If he gets it going, oh, couldn't get the car to spin around there. That is due to the traction control, so he goes head on into the wall. And this is Dane Simpson here in the 96 BMW. Oh, that is just unfortunate. That is something we may see happen all night long there. That is almost wide open there through the kink, and if you get it wrong, 2 tires off the track like that, that is the result. We had about 3 different incidences there, all unrelated, but losing 3 fast drivers there within a span of a couple minutes. But the battle is still right here for 4th, and look who has just creeped up into the picture there. That is Mr. Carl Handwerk, has now closed in, and he's joined this 2-way battle and made it a 3-way battle for 3rd. See Carl Handwerk putting in some very fast laps there. Past 2 laps, he has ran way faster than Smith. So allowing this battle right here, slowing both of these drivers down. As you can see, a big mistake there out of Smith. He's able to save it. They're going to head into the final corner here. A little over 7 minutes remaining here in our 20-minute sprint race. As you can see, Christopher Hamilton here in 3rd, leading this 3-car pack right here. Mason Smith in 4th, and Carl Handwerk there creeping up into 5th, looking to capitalize on any mistake in front of him. While this is going on, I don't want to go away from it, but we've got a great battle right here. This is between John Nobinger in the 44 and Sherman in the 42. Sherman just completed that pass, going to move up into 9th place. And let's check back up here with this 3-way battle. Don't want to pull away from it too long because anything can happen here. Is Mason Smith right on the back there of Christopher Hamilton, but making a mistake under braking. Carl Handwerk, very good move there up the inside, aggressive move, but gonna make it work. And you can see, oh, Mason Smith locking up the rear brakes again, and that's gonna allow Carl Handwerk there to advance up into the 4th position. We'll see if he can now close that gap to Christopher Hamilton for 3rd. I tell you, I don't think this battle right here for 9th is over. Nobinger is still about 0.4 of a second off of Sherman. We'll see if he can keep that gap and shrink it here and maybe gain that 9th position back. Loses out about 1/10 in that last turn. And it looks like Sherman is potentially quicker here in this middle part of the track as they head through the carousel. And Sherman's going to extend that lead there to 0.6 of a second. So we'll go back up here and check out Mason Smith as he's starting to close in now on the back of Carl Handwerk after making that mistake. Just coming up on 5 minutes remaining here in the 20-lap sprint race. And remember, we will have a full invert at the conclusion of this sprint race for our feature. Like Mason Smith very quick there through turn 1, way late on the brakes, making up a lot of ground on Carl Handwerk. We'll see what he can do here through turns 3. Oh, got to go check in on Nobinger here as he is right on the tail of Sherman. Going to look on the inside in turn 1. Not going to make it work there. So we'll head on back up here for this battle for 4th. Smith right on the back of Carl Handwerk, looking to force a mistake out of him. And let's ride on board Mason Smith. You can just see how long they have to wait to get back on the throttle there in the carousel. Seems like forever, because if you get back on the throttle too early, you'll see what happened to... Oh, we've got a mistake there out of the kink, getting 2 tires, the left side's off into the grass. Going to lose out about 1/10 or 2 on Handwerk there. See if he can keep it tidy here through the final part of the lap here as they head down into the final turn. Let's go check in with the battle here for 9th place. Nobinger here still on the back of Sherman, not giving up, and it looks like we've just had a pass for 13th, I believe. Oh, it looks like John Crane has went off the track. Let's go back and check that out. Yeah, there is that pass. Looks like he goes off the track majorly there. Going to lose out a bunch of time in the carousel. And the closest battle is still this battle for 9th here. Nobinger in the 44 looking to regain that 9th place position back from the 42 of Sherman. And I don't want to curse him. I believe he talked about last night in the premiere race, every time I had him on camera, it was when he made a mistake. So going to keep the camera on you a long time here, John, and hopefully you can make a great pass here and regain some of that good TV time. He's going to look to the outside, not going to make it stick there through turn 5. Going to head up to turn 6. And about 0.4 of a second off of him now, losing out a little bit through those last 2 turns. Like I may have jinxed him again, but Mason Smith is starting to creep up slowly here to the back of Handwerk. Looks like Smith ran about 0.2 quicker that last lap around. As we are approaching 1 minute to go here in our 20-minute sprint, looks like we're going to have one more lap as they will make it back to the line here. That is Nick Nickerson currently 2.6 seconds out front of Jones, Adam Jones there in the number 46. Christopher Hamilton currently hanging on to 3rd place. He's about 7.3 seconds behind our 2nd place driver, Adam Jones. And then we have Carl Handwerk here in 4th and Mason Smith in 5th. And it looks like Mason Smith made a mistake there toward the latter part of that lap. Lost out a lot of time there. And this will be the final lap. As you can see the flag in there waving the white flag. So Nobinger here, you've got one more lap to make it happen. Under braking into turn 1. Not going to make it stick there. Getting a good exit out of turn 1 though. Going to look to the inside. Turn 3. Not any room there. So going to try to get a good draft here down this long straight into the slow turn 5 heavy braking zone here. See if he can get a good draft. You can see Sherman there is going to block the inside. Smart move. Nobinger just forced to the outside. Going to try to cut him over here. As you can see, forces a mistake out of the 42 of Sherman. So that's going to allow Nobinger by into the 9th position as we wrap out this final lap. Meanwhile, up front here, Nick Nickerson in that number 2 has led every single lap this evening. He is now heading toward the completion here of the final lap in our 20-minute sprint race. He's going to round the final corner here and going to take home the win here in our sprint race, but he will be forced to start in the back now for our 60-minute feature race, as we will have a full invert. Adam Jones going to come home in 2nd. Christopher Hamilton is now heading up the straight there. He's going to cross the line in 3rd. Carl Handwerk coming home in 4th, and Mason Smith 5th. It looks like the next car there is Mark Thomas. He's going to come home in 6th. Jimmy Covert here. Good run out of him. He's going to come home in 7th. Matthew Goering there. Going to cross the line in 8th. And then we've still got a battle here as they head up to the line. That's going to be Nobinger there in the 44. He's going to come home in 9th. And Derek Sherman there in 10th. So that'll do it for your top 10 in the 20-minute sprint race. And next up, we'll head into the 60-minute feature. And you can see Sherman there giving a, I guess we could call that a post-race love tap here to John Nobinger. But we're going to head into the 60-minute feature race here momentarily. Just give the guys just a moment to wrap up here. A lot of them are still on track. See Sean Goodwin there going to cross the line in 13th. Behind him we've got DeVos there in the 39. He's going to cross the line in 14th. And John Crane on further back, the only other Audi driver out there besides Nobinger. He's going to come home in 15th. All right, that'll do it for the sprint race. Next up, we'll have the 60-minute feature. So while we wait for everyone to finish this up and grid, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. So we'll see you back in just a moment. All right, and we are back here. We're going to grid up for our 60-minute endurance feature here. So real quick, we will bring up the official starting grid for this evening. And starting on pole, we're going to have Wesley Fuller in second, Nathan Medina third, Kevin Foster fourth, Mark Gonzalez, and fifth, Jeremy Lyon Watkins, sixth, Dane Simpson, in seventh, Tim Thompson, Paul Butler in eighth, Brandon DeVos in ninth, John Crane 10th, Nicholas DeVos in 11th, Sean Goodwin in 12th. 13th, we've got Abi Visuvesam. 14th, Nick Brown. And 15th, Derek Sherman. And 16th, John Nobinger. 17th, Matthew Goring. 18th, Jimmy Covert. 19th, Mark Thomas. And 20th, Mason Smith. 21st position, we'll have Carl Handwerk, Christopher Hamilton in 22nd, Adam Jones 23rd, and Nick Nickerson there will wrap it up in the back of the field in 24th, as he did win the 20-minute sprint race, so that's why the full invert sent him all the way to the back. So he's got 23 cars to pass if he wants to take home the victory tonight. And they're going to lead us down to the green flag here. We're going to get this 60-minute race started. You can see Kevin Foster there and Mark Gonzalez on the front row.
Green flag, green flag.
Foster going to lead us down to the line. Get a great jump there. He's going to lead it down into turn one, but Mark Gonzalez is there on the outside. You can see 2 wide all the way back through the field there. We'll see if they're going to be able to make it almost 3 wide there into turn one. And it looks like Gonzalez is going to edge out Foster there into turn 3 and be our race leader. And we'll see the mayhem. It looks like that is Mason Smith there making his way up through the field. Christopher Hamilton right in front of him, and Nick Nickerson there right behind him. So it's going to be interesting to see how quickly these guys can make it up through the field here. You can see we've got a couple cars off track. It is mayhem 3 wide as we head into the next turn here. And Nick Nickerson doing a great job making his way up through the traffic there. He's all the way up to 10th, and we haven't completed the first lap. Like Hamilton is currently up into 8th as he looks to make a move there on Covert. Oh, looks like Gonzalez has been off track there and into the wall, so that is disastrous for him. He's going to fall all the way back to the back of the field there. As we head through the kink here, Hamilton up into 7th as he looks to make a move on Covert for 6 here. He's going to look under the inside. He's going to take away that position and start working on 5th place. Paul Butler there in the 77. Hamilton doing a great job working his way up through the field here, just doing a little bit better than Nick Nickerson. As you can see, a car separates the two of them, and we'll see if Hamilton here can put some good laps in, make his way up through the traffic, maybe build a gap there to Nick Nickerson for the lead, as he's going to look on the inside of Butler here going down into turn 1. Going to be way later on the brakes, going to complete that pass, and he actually might get 2 cars here. That looks like Visuvesam off the track there. So Hamilton's going to move up into 4th. You can see Nickerson here battling it out with Covert. That is for the 7th position. And now he's going to have to chase down Paul Butler there in the 77. Meanwhile, Hamilton continues to run away up in front of him. Oh no, and it looks like Carl Handwerk has crashed and may be out of the race here. It looks like he's already been into the wall at some point here. Let's see if we can go back and find that. Oh, looks like he was involved there in an incident as another car was crashing. Yeah, we've got a car going off track there. That is the 66 of Sean Goodwin. And Carl Hanworth just looped it around there, but we'll head back up here to the action. Nick Nickerson is up into 6th now as he looks to take away 5th from Abiy Visuvesam. Meanwhile, Hamilton is up here working on 3rd place, looking on the inside of the 42 of Sherman. Not going to make the pass work there. Oh no, disaster for Nick Nickerson. He is in the wall. This is on the exit of turn 12. And it doesn't look like he's going to get going. Yes, he is able to get going, but let's go back and take a look at that. You can see, oh, just off the track there, under braking. Go rewind that just a bit there because it looks like he was looking to make a pass on the outside there of Visuvesam and just not enough room there. He's going to slam into the wall. That is going to do it for him tonight. So we've already seen 2 fast drivers out. We've got Handwork out and Nickerson out. He's limping it around the track there, but it looks like he is done for tonight. Now, if you're Christopher Hamilton, you are celebrating at that news if you're aware, because he is up into 3rd, looking for 2nd here on Sherman. Looks like Hamilton's biggest competition right now is currently Mason Smith, who is all the way back in 8th position. We see them coming around the corner there in the background. So quite a bit of a gap here Hamilton has. As long as he can clear the 42 of Sherman here quickly, he should be able to run away with this thing. He's going to look to the outside here. Very similar to what we saw the 2 of Nick Nickerson do in the previous lap, and it ended in disaster for him. You can see almost making the same mistake there, as he did have 2 tires off the track. But he is able to keep going. He is going to advance into 2nd position there and now start to chip away at that 2.3 second gap to our leader, Kevin Foster. Oh, and it looks like the 96 of Simpson is off the track and into the wall. Let's go back and see if we can see what happened. Just taking too much inside curb there on the final turn, turn 14. That's going to send him straight into the inside wall. The Nick Brown here in the 92, that Audi, the purple and orange car there, looking to make a move for 5th position. And you can see Mason Smith right behind him here, trying to follow him through. And also Adam Jones. Visuvesam way late on the brakes there, going to be way too late, not going to make that turn. So he's going to lose out to a few places. And the 92 of Brown is going to move up into 5th. Adam Jones right behind him. Jones all the way up to the back there of Brown. Let's right on board Adam Jones here as he tries to advance into the 5th position, as he's right on the tail of Brown as they head through the kink. And he's going to look to the inside here as they head into Canada Corner. But the 5 or sorry, the 92 of Brown way late on the brakes, but doesn't get as good of an exit, so he's going to lose out to 5th place. Now Brown is going to be under pressure from this guy right here, Mason Smith. It looks like we may have a battle here for the lead. That is Hamilton on the inside into turn 1. He is going to take away the lead from Kevin Foster. And it looks like Hamilton here has quite a big gap between him and Jones now. Taking a look and seeing what that is. Jones currently 4.2 seconds behind. Hamilton is out front now. We'll see if Kevin Foster can hang on behind him here in 2nd position. As you can see, late on the brakes. Oh no, he's actually going to collect our race leader, Hamilton. That is disastrous for Hamilton. He's able to rejoin the track here. He is going to go back into 6th position. And that is going to allow the 42 of Sherman to take the lead here. See Adam Jones trying to make work here into 2nd place as he makes a move on covert. Mason Smith there still stuck behind the 92 of Brown and the 14 of Covert, so Jones has a bit of a gap building now to his competitor Mason Smith. We'll see if Smith can get around Brown here as they head down into Canada corner. Brown going to block the inside. Smith going to have to fall back into line there. And we can see track position is very critical here as these guys are struggling to make their way up through the field now. See Hamilton starting to chip away at some of that time lost. He is now caught up to the back of the 07 of Goering, and that'll be for 6th place. But momentarily ago, he was our race leader involved in that unfortunate incident. Going to go back now that things have settled down. Take another look at that as we head down into turn 5. That is Kevin. Right behind him, Kevin Foster, as he gets into the back of the 64 of Hamilton under braking. And that is going to take both of them out of contention here for momentarily. We still have some green flag pit stops to go through though, so anything could happen, and it probably will happen here this evening at Road America. See the gap now down to 1.4 seconds between our race leader Derek Sherman and Adam Jones there in the number 46. Smith has made it around the 92 of Brown there for 4th, and now he is looking at the back of Jimmy Covert for 3rd position. And it looks like we've had a pass for the lead there. Oh no, disaster for Sherman. We saw that unfold right in front of us there. He is going to collect Jimmy Covert, and it looked like Mason Smith also getting a little bit of damage there, and he's forced down pit road. See if we can get another look. Yeah, he's got a little bit of left front damage there. And that is going to put Adam Jones out front here, and Road America is turning out to Be a very tough track here for these guys. It's not wide, it's very narrow, very technical track, and we've seen a lot of fast racers now out of the race. We'll see if Mason Smith can get any of that damage repaired as he makes his green flag pit stop. Also down pit road, we've got a BV Savasum there, Eric Sherman, who we just saw get caught up in that incident, and also Mason Smith. Meanwhile, up front here, Adam Jones, a 5-second gap separates him in second place, Nick Brown, but he's under pressure now from Christopher Hamilton in that yellow and purple Mercedes. And if you remember, Hamilton was leading the race at one point before he was involved in a spin. He's now trying to fight his way back up into second here. Gonna look to the outside of Brown as they head through the carousel. Gonna complete that pass. Good job by him. Now Matthew Goering is looking to capitalize here on that momentum and move up into third as well. Goering's going to take a peek up the inside here in the carousel. Sorry, the Canada corner, and not able to make it stick there. So he's going to ride behind Brown here through the next set of turns. Next attempt at a pass will possibly be at the end of the front stretch here as we head down into turn one. Brown was going to head down pit road there. No, but that was just a little fake. And Goering going to try to draft up to the back here of Brown as they head down into turn one. We see Goering there get a great exit out of turn 3. He's going to get a good draft down through this long straight into turn 5. We'll see if he can make a move under braking down here at the bottom of the hill. Not close enough to make it happen there. A bit of a mistake there out of Brown, and that's going to allow Goering right up to the back bumper, but nowhere to pass here in this part of the track as they head into the carousel. We see Goering get a great exit there out of turn 14, and it looks like he's going to go to the outside. No, Brown is actually going to block the outside, so these two are weaving down the front straight. Looks like Brown is quicker on the straightaways there in that Audi. Goering just not able to get the straightaway speed he needs there to make a move under braking into turn 1, so he's going to have to ride behind third place Brown there for one more lap. We can see there, same story, Goering getting a great exit out of turn 3, but that number 92 of Brown is just very quick on the straightaways here. But it looks like Goering is going to attempt to move under braking, going to think twice of it. He's going to slot back there into 4th position. And let's go on back here to someone we haven't talked about a lot this evening. That is the 71 of Jeremy Lime Watkins. He is currently trailing Brandon DeVos there, and this is for 13th position. And oh no, we've given him the broadcaster's curse. He makes a mistake there. That is under braking into Canada corner. And we've seen a couple drivers, even Nick Nickerson there, making that same mistake of having two tires off the track when they hit the brakes, and he's going to lose it there and tow it to the pit, so his night is done. Out front here though, Adam Jones is running away with it, currently a 5.5 second gap back to Hamilton, who is in second place. And then another 4.7 seconds separates Hamilton and third place Nick Brown here. And you can see these two still are duking it out for third. Matthew Goering there all over the back of Brown, just not able to make a pass happen here. You can see there Goering getting another great exit out of turn 14, but same story, different lap. We should expect that 92 of Brown just to carry more speed down the straightaway here. And Goering just not able to make a move under braking here as they head down into turn 1. And it looks like we've just had a pass for 5th here. That is Mark Thomas in that white and red Porsche, as he has just passed Covert there for 5th place. Go back and take a look and see what happened there. It looked like Covert was slow on the exit of the last corner, and Mark Thomas just able to draft on by him. Oh, and these two are still duking it out here. As you can see, Goering has made it up to the inside of Brown as they head down into turn 8. He's going to be on the outside here going down through turn 9. And it looks like Nick Brown is just going to edge him out there ever so slightly as they head into the carousel. And Goering just not able to make that pass happen here tonight, unfortunately. He is stuck behind Brown for another lap here as we just completed about 20 minutes. But there, Brown gets a bad exit out of the carousel. We'll see if Goering can make it happen. Very tough to pass on the inside there through the kink. You just have such a narrow entry. You have to lift so much more than the guy on the outside is going to have to. And you can see Brown there just taking off. And it looks like next closest battle on track right here is the 96 of Dane Simpson, who you can see the damage on the front of his car. He was involved in an earlier incident. He's currently trailing a BV Savasum there in that black Lamborghini. Oh, and as I took my eyes off of this battle here, Goering again getting a better run out of turn 14. Heading down the front straight. Can he be later on the brakes into turn 1? No, just not able to make it happen there. Not sure what's going on here. I'm looking at our timings board to see if Adam Jones has had a mistake. He has lost quite a bit of time here over the last couple laps. Let's bring up lap time history. Yeah, you can see something happened there on lap 9. Hamilton 1.4 seconds quicker. And then here this last lap, he was also 0.5 quicker. And it looks like another second has just been chipped off there by Hamilton. So something is going on here with our race leader. Starting to run some very slow laps here. And it looks like Hamilton here is gaining about 0.5 of a second this lap as well. I'm not sure if we have a bit of fuel saving going on or if a mistake. Oh, and it looks like Brown has still out front here in this battle that is going to continue between Goering and Brown. This is for third. And these two are putting on one heck of a show here tonight. Goering there, going to look to the outside. Head through turn 13 there. And it looks like Goering finally edges out Brown there and will take over that third place position. Meanwhile, now this guy right here is making up a ton of time on our race leader, Adam Jones. Gap is now down to 2.8 seconds. I want to ride on board here with Adam Jones because I suspect some major fuel saving here. Oh, Adam Jones making a mistake there. That is not going to help his cause, as that gap is now down to just a little over 1 second as Adam Jones goes off the track there. So Hamilton is coming quickly. We'll ride on board Christopher Hamilton here as he chases down our race leader, Adam Jones. 1.4 seconds currently the gap here as they cross the line. 25 minutes here completed in our 60-minute finale. Just see the difference there on the exit out of turn 3. Jones runs wide. Hamilton just able to get on the throttle way sooner there and get a great exit and chips away about 0.4 of a second in that one turn alone. Gap is now less than 1 second here. Gonna head down through turn 8, go into the carousel here. Gap down to 0.7 of a second, so Hamilton is coming and coming quickly here as the 46 of Adam Jones seems to be struggling with his tires. We rode on board, didn't see any major fuel saving going on, so not sure what the issue is there, but Hamilton is coming alive here in the long run. Oh, and Adam Jones looks like he is just going to completely let off there and give the position away. Not sure what the strategy is here. Could be Adam Jones maybe out of fuel here. No, he's going to stay out one more lap, but Christopher Hamilton is going to come down pit road. So Adam Jones there will continue in the lead. Hamilton took the lead away there and came down pit road for his green flag pit stop. Matthew Goering also going to come down pit road. Nick Brown going to follow him in, and Mark Thomas there in 5th is also going to come down pit road. So Adam Jones is the only one staying out here. Looks like he was saving fuel and is going to run just a little bit longer here, extend this run out. Like Kevin Foster there in the number 8 is also going to come down pit road. Some heavy front end damage there on the 77 of Paul Butler. He is also going to come down pit road now. And looks like Christopher Hamilton there going to come out of the pits. Adam Jones currently about 46 seconds up the road. Hasn't pitted yet, so we'll see with Hamilton coming in, getting fresh tires. We'll see how much of a difference that makes when Jones does finally come to pit road. Looks like Adam Jones is trying to extend this out into a one-stop race, so maybe that is the strategy there. As you can see, major fuel saving here. If he can make it into a one-stop race, I just don't have a calculator sitting in front of me here, but the amount of time he's losing each lap to save fuel may be negated by the quicker cars there just coming down pit road. And looks like he is finally going to head down pit road here this time. So he did extend it out to 30 minutes, exactly halfway here this evening. So that was his strategy. Meanwhile, Christopher Hamilton pitting a lap before, somewhere around the 28-minute mark. He is going to have to face a choice here. Is he going to make it a two-stop race, or is he going to save fuel through this entire run and try to make it to the very end? It is going to be tight either way he decides to go. The Hamilton here heading up the front straight. Adam Jones is just now coming out of his pit stall, so he's going to be quite a few seconds behind Hamilton there because he lost so much time saving fuel that last lap. We'll see what the timing board says once he rejoins the track. And it looks like he's about 11 seconds behind. So the pit delta here is around 40 seconds. So as long as Jones maintains a gap less than that, he should be able to make this one-stop strategy work. That is assuming that Hamilton does take tires. We can almost expect if he does have to come down pit road with about 5 minutes to go, he is only going to take a splash of fuel. So that'll put the pit delta somewhere around 20 seconds. So that's the gap that Adam Jones will have to maintain here. As you can see, he is back here 11.5 seconds behind, currently in second. Matthew Goering there in third. Looks like our closest battle on track right here is the 5 of Mark Thomas. Looking at the back of the 92 of Nick Brown there. That'll be for fourth. Like Covert there in the number 14 was just off the track at the exit of turn 14. And you can see there he's got quite a bit of damage there on that left front. Looks like Nick Brown has been involved in an accident here. Oh, just going off the track there. And it looks like he did collect Thomas. Thomas going to get some damage from that as well. Looks like he is going to be able to keep going, though. You can see the 92 there of Nick Brown is just destroyed. The toe knocked out of that car. You can see it crawling down the straight there. Looks like Mark Thomas, not as much damage there, so he should be able to continue, but definitely not going to make his night any easier. Looks like Carl Handwerk has came back out on track here toward the back of the field and immediately makes a mistake there and wrecks going down into turn 5. You can see a lot of fast drivers here really struggling with this track here. Road America, a very fun but technical track, and to race it for 60 minutes straight without a mistake is one tough task. But out front, Christopher Hamilton here is currently in the lead by about 12 seconds. And at one point there we saw Adam Jones, our second place car here, starting to chip away at that gap, but now he is starting to fall back. I think he knows he has a number he has to hit here for fuel savings to extend this out to another 30-minute stint. And then Matthew Goering there in third. 10 seconds separates him and second place Adam Jones. And then all the way back just now starting the front straight there, that is Jimmy Covert in fourth, about 23 seconds behind third place. And then we've got Mason Smith here. He is currently in fifth. And we saw him pit very early on after being involved in an incident. Looks like he pitted on lap 6. Everyone else pitted on lap 13 and 14. Still see Nick Brown trying to limp this car around here. And it looks like he's going to finally make it back to pit road here. You can see having the steering wheel turned all the way to the left there just to limp it back to pit road. Like Hamilton is starting to expand his gap to second place, now up to 12.6 seconds. And I want to ride on board with Hamilton here to see if he's doing any kind of fuel saving to try to extend this fuel run, or if he is set on a 2-stopper. This right here is Mason Smith making a move there on Jimmy Covert. That is for 4th place, as we saw Covert make a mistake there going wide. That's going to allow Mason Smith on by there for 4th. And while we were riding on board there, Christopher Hamilton, we'll just see if he does any lift and coast here at the end of the front straight, but I don't believe he's saving any fuel here. No fuel saving going on here for Hamilton, so I think he is dead set on a 2-stop strategy here this evening. So he will probably need to get that gap up to around 18 seconds to come in and take a splash of fuel, but even then, I don't know if that'll be enough. Adam Jones is doing a great job managing the fuel and keeping that gap in check. And I really like watching this in-car view here of Adam Jones because we're picking up on quite a few things. Adam Jones is short shifting a lot coming out of the exit of the turn, and also not allowing the engine RPMs to go all the way up to where their normal shifting point is. So that is how he is able to save fuel and extend his fuel run out to about 2 minutes longer than everyone else was able to. So that could be the winning strategy here tonight. Great to see here on board with Adam Jones. And let's ride on board here. As you can tell the difference here between Hamilton and Jones. You can see Hamilton there, the lights on the dash. He's going to allow it to go to the normal shift point, somewhere around 6,400, 6,500 RPMs, but Jones was shifting around 6,000. So it looks like Hamilton here not saving fuel like Jones is. Gap currently about 14 seconds, so Jones isn't losing that much time doing what he's doing. But Hamilton needs to get that gap just a little bit larger there to be able to come in, take a splash of fuel, and make it to the end. And we see Hamilton here currently dealing with lap traffic as he looks to the inside there of Butler. Check back in here with Adam Jones. He's currently gaining time on Hamilton there, as Hamilton was working through some lap traffic. We have to wonder, is Adam Jones saving more fuel early on in this run than he did the last run, because we saw him have to give up a bunch of time on the last lap and a half just to extend it out to 30 minutes. So it'll be interesting to see here what he can pull out this time. Does he have the strategy down, or does Hamilton have the strategy here for a 2-stop? Looks like the gap has closed by about 1 second as Hamilton struggled to make his way through lap traffic. Gap currently at 12.3 seconds. Now Adam Jones will have to deal with the same lap traffic here. We just saw Hamilton run a 2:08.2 there crossing the line. We'll see what Jones does here at the top of the line. Like Jones ran a 2:06.6, so 2 seconds, almost 2 seconds quicker there that time around. board here to see if Adam Jones has picked up the pace. Looks like he is shifting at a higher RPM than we saw just a few laps prior. See if he short shifts up to third here. It looks like he is picking up the pace as he shaved off another second there to the leader Hamilton. Now Jones does have to be careful here not to burn too much fuel in the middle part of the stint, because he did struggle to make it to the end of that previous stint. So we'll see if he can hit his numbers, but he is starting to chip away at the gap to our race leader. It's down to 11.6 seconds now. And going into Canada corner here, it's going to go all the way down to 11.2 seconds. Let's right on board Hamilton here to see if he's starting to save fuel. And that does look to be the case. So Hamilton has started fuel saving. I think he realizes he's not going to be able to get that gap to where he needs it to be to make it a two-stop. So I wonder if this is too late in the game here to extend this run out. With only about 15 minutes remaining here, he did this whole first half of the stint wide open, and now he's starting to save fuel. See Kevin Foster here currently in the top 5 running 5th, and you can see 2 cars behind him there. Mason Smith is starting to catch him there in that orange and gray Mercedes. Looks like the gap's now down to about 1.7 seconds. So Kevin Foster looks like he's going to be under challenge here for this 5th place position shortly, as Mason Smith is coming and coming very fast. You see Mason Smith now on the back of Kevin Foster as they head down into turn 14. Smith not able to make a move there, but we'll see if he can do anything under braking into turn 1. Currently about a 2-car length gap there in between these two. And this is a great view here, riding on the roof cam of the number 6 Mason Smith. About 4/10 of a second behind Kevin Foster there. This is your battle for 5th place. You can see Mason Smith there get a great exit out of turn 3. He's going to draft up to the back of Foster here. Going to look to the inside as they head down towards turn 5. And Smith going to be late on the brakes there. He is going to take away 5th place there from Kevin Foster. Meanwhile, into the pits here, our race leader, Christopher Hamilton, realized he could not make it to the end there. That is going to allow Adam Jones back into the race lead. And we'll just see here if Hamilton just gets a splash of fuel or if he is taking tires as well. But less than 10 minutes remain. Looks like his pit time there was about 14 seconds, so that looks to be a fuel-only stop. And he is going to rejoin the track there in 3rd position and actually make contact with, I believe that was Visa Vasum there. But both drivers are able to continue on. Meanwhile, Matthew Goering here is up into 2nd. But Adam Jones here out front in the lead with about 9 minutes remaining here in our 60-minute feature race. And let's ride on board with Adam Jones here as he makes a mistake there. That was on the exit of turn 8. See how much fuel saving he's doing here as the gap is currently 28 seconds back to 2nd place. And it looks like Adam Jones is just out here cruising. This is a perfect scenario for him here, having a very large gap to 2nd place. Not having to push it here, he can save as much fuel as he wants to, as he only has about 7.5 minutes remaining here to extend this run. And it looks like if he can hold it together, he will take it home here with a great strategy call. Meanwhile, Matthew Goering here up 15 positions since the start of the race, currently in 2nd. Great run by him. We saw him battle all race long. I believe it was with Brown. Looking through, yeah, Nick Brown, the number 92 Audi driver. We saw them battle it out for 10 laps or so. So he's now up into 2nd. But Christopher Hamilton here, after coming to the pits, making it a 2-stop race, he's currently in 3rd, about 4.5 seconds trailing 2nd place Matthew Goering up ahead. And Mason Smith here is up into 4th. Looks like he's going to be able to make it to the end. He pitted last on lap 19. So that would have been, doing some math here in my head. Give me 1 second. You got to carry the 1. That would have been about 12 minutes to go. So only 6.5 minutes remaining. He can definitely make it to the end here, but he is a whopping 45 seconds off of the back of 3rd place Christopher Hamilton. And it doesn't look like Hamilton is chipping away at the gap to our 2nd place driver very quickly. He got a couple tenths there that lap, but not advancing as quickly as I think we would anticipate with only about 6 minutes remaining here. They should get about 2 more laps if my math is correct. So not a lot of time for Hamilton to get up here and challenge Goering for second place. It looks like that time around, our second place driver here ran about 2 seconds quicker than our race leader. Adam Jones still up front, saving fuel. It looks like he's only going to have to do that for about 2 more laps. So he has plenty large of a gap there. 23 seconds currently back to second place, Matthew Goering. So barring no major mistake, Jones should come away with the win tonight. But the battle is going to be for second. Gap now down to 3.3 seconds between Hamilton and Goering. We'll see if Hamilton's able to close up here and take away that second place. Gap now down to 2.7 seconds here between third and second place. Hamilton is gaining, but is it quick enough? You can just see Goering right up ahead there, about 2.5 seconds up front, as they're going to head down into the kink here and down toward Canada Corner for the second to last time this evening. Oh, and it looks like a car off track up ahead in front of Goering there. I think that was the 92 of Brown. Oh, big mistake there out of Hamilton. Oh, in second place, Goering going to go into the pits here, so he's not able to make it on fuel. So that is going to allow Hamilton to take back that second place position. And we'll see, it looks like Smith just now coming through the kink, so Goering should be able to get out in front and keep that third place position, but we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, up front here, 24 seconds ahead, Adam Jones, no competition right now except for his fuel tank, as he is having to manage fuel to the end here. And it looks like third place Matthew Goering here going to come out. Just check on track where Mason Smith. Mason Smith just rounding the last corner. So Goering is going to come out with plenty of space here to fourth place Mason Smith. See Adam Jones there heading through the kink. 23 seconds separates him and second place Hamilton. I just want to ride on board here with Adam Jones just to see how much fuel he is saving. It looks like a lot here, as you can see him shifting very early and not on the throttle a lot there. So he is babying this thing back here to the line, and looks like we should take the white flag this time by. And yep, you can see the flag man up there waving. Adam Jones is going to take the white flag one more time around here at Road America for round 2 of the GT3 Road to Rio Challenge. Adam Jones out front by about 21.5 seconds. And Christopher Hamilton here in second, just rounding out the last corner, heading up the front straight. He's going to take the white flag as well. 21.2 seconds separates them. Hamilton is gaining quickly, but it's not going to be enough here with one more remaining. Matthew Goering there, just now coming through Canada corner. He is in third, about 41 seconds off of second place Hamilton. And Mason Smith here currently scored in fourth, with Kevin Foster in fifth. The Adam Jones here as we ride on board the helmet cam as he heads down into turn 8 for the final time. See Jones just being very cautious, has everything to lose here, nothing to gain, as he's going to head down into Canada corner for the final time this evening. A master class performance here out of Adam Jones, making the right strategy call. The only driver out here to make it a one-stop race. And he's going to come around the final corner here for the final time, head up the front straight. See a car off the track there in front of him, stays out of the way. But Adam Jones here going to cross the line, taking home the victory tonight. Well done, sir. Master strategy call. Christopher Hamilton is going to round through the final corner here and come home in second place. We have to wonder if Hamilton had not been involved in that earlier incident where he made contact with, I believe it was Kevin Foster, could we have had a great battle there for the lead, because Hamilton did lose out about 10 seconds on that incident alone. But Matthew Goering here gonna come home in third, barring no mistake here through the final corner. I don't want to jinx him, but having a great run out here, up 14 positions since the start of the race. He's going to head through the final corner here for the last time, head up the straight here, going to take the checkered flag. Third place goes to Matthew Goering. Great run by him. And then Mason Smith also going to cross the line there in fourth. All right, and that'll do it this evening here for round 2 at Road America. Adam Jones coming home with the victory. We'll pull up the official results as soon as they become available to us. Looks like we've got a couple drivers still looking to cross the line here. You can see Paul Butler limping that car home with no hood for most of the race. He's going to bring it home in 15th. It looks like John Nobinger there is going to come home in 12th and Derek Sherman in 11th. All right, we've got the official results up on screen now. Adam Jones coming home with the victory tonight. Christopher Hamilton in second. Matthew Goering in third. Mason Smith fourth. Kevin Foster in fifth. Dane Simpson in sixth. John Crane in 7th, Brandon DeVos 8th, Jimmy Covert 9th, and in 10th we've got Nick Brown. That'll round out your top 10 for this evening. It looks like we've got a couple of upsets here if I'm just looking through the results. As you can see in 21st there, Nick Nickerson not having a good night, involved early on in an incident. Not going to be a great points night for him, so that will shake things up. And Carl Handwerk there also coming home in 19th position after being involved in an incident. So two very quick drivers there having unfortunate luck here tonight in round 2 at Road America. All right, we'll see now if we can get a word with the top three of this evening. We've got Matthew Goering, Christopher Hamilton, and Adam Jones. We're going to try to get a word with them in just a moment. All right, so we'll try to get a word with our third place. We've got Matthew Goering up here in the broadcast booth. Hey, Matthew, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Happening, Captain.
Hey, man, heck of a run for third there. I just want to congratulate you. It didn't come easy there, but you fought your way. I believe we saw you battle, what was it, like 10 laps side by side with the Nick Brown, the number 92. I believe that was you, correct?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh man, you guys put on one heck of a show. I think we had the camera on you most of the race. You guys were side by side, swapping positions. It was, hey, that's Road America happens to be one of my favorite tracks because I think it produces some of the best racing and is also one of the most technical tracks as we saw a lot of fast drivers here struggle. But you brought it home in third. Got to ask you, what was your strategy going into this race?
This is actually my first league, so I'm kind of just learning as I'm going. Learned a lot the first week. Picked it up this week. Started saving fuel. Kind of wish I didn't, and then decided to just go for a second stop anyways, and then just finished it out that way.
Gotcha. Yeah, we saw our race winner, the only one to make it a one-stop race. It looks like everyone else made it a two-stop. I'm looking forward to getting a word with him later on this evening just to see how he did it. But I got to ask you, when you were saving fuel, how difficult was it to save fuel here and still go quickly?
I felt I had a good cushion both ways, and I knew I wasn't catching the leader, so I was like, "This is the best time to do it." And I was losing a few seconds per lap, but it all worked out.
And it did. You coming home in third, so congratulations. While you're here, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Nah, buddies at work. That's about it.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on the run this evening. Just pulling up the schedule real quick. Let's see. We go to Sebring next week, so that's going to be an interesting track there. So hopefully, we'll get another good run out of you next week, and maybe we'll be talking to you again.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
All right, that'll do it for third place. Matthew Goering there. Now we'll try to get a word with our second place driver. We've got Chris Hamilton up in the booth. Hey, Chris, it's Kevin. You got a copy? Hey, Chris, it's Kevin up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, can you give me a second, please?
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry about that. I was in the middle of a phone call.
No worries, no worries. Hey, man, just want to, we'll make this quick. Congratulate you on that second place finish this night. Probably not where you wanted to be just based on your performance this evening, but it looked like being involved in that incident. I believe it was between you and Kevin Foster there, where he got into the back of you under braking down into turn five. Looked like that pretty much sealed your fate here this evening. But you did one heck of a job fighting your way back up into second. It looked like you made it a two-stop strategy. Adam Jones made it a one-stop strategy, came home with the win. Got to ask you, were you planning on a two-stop or a one-stop in this race when you entered it?
Honestly, I was just kind of playing it by ear most of the time. I saw it one stop was possible, and then by the time I saw one stop was possible, it was already too late for me. So I ducked out, tried to make it two stops, but I put a little too much fuel in to make a late race charge.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, but still a great run from you this evening. Coming home in second. It was a great battle there, even if it was just a battle on time and a battle on strategy, but you made it work, making your way back up into second. Got to ask while you're here, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to Ryan McCauley. He does a great job for these paints that he does for me. All the friends and family back home that watch this, love you guys, and thank you for the broadcast.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to heading back to Sebring next week, and hopefully we can see you have a little redemption next week, maybe come home with a race win. How does that sound?
I'll do what I can.
Absolutely. All right. Well, take care. That'll do it for our second place driver, Christopher Hamilton. Now we'll try to get a word with our race winner this evening. We've got Adam Jones up here in the broadcast booth. Hey, Adam, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
10-4, I got you.
Hey man, one heck of a run. I just want to say masterclass strategy call there. You made that one stop work when no one else could. Everyone else made it a two-stop race. Came home with the victory. But gotta ask you, obviously you had your strategy picked out before you came into this race, but it looked like you got a little bit of damage early on as you were working your way up through the field. How difficult was it, working your way up through the field, having to hit your fuel numbers there and extend out that first fuel stint to 30 minutes?
Well, it was really just an exercise in patience on that first run. Um, Being stuck behind cars and just trying not to push anything, just try to ride and not get too impatient and make any stupid moves. That's the main thing. And I ran hard a few laps there, and then I kind of realized I could make it. And especially when I saw Nick go out, I thought, well, I can probably stretch it and be okay. And that's what I did.
Yeah, you made it work, and certainly your biggest competition out there, Nick Nickerson, wasn't as lucky making his way up through the field there as you were. Maybe just not as patient there, but fortunately made a mistake and ended up off track. But that let you work your strategy, come home with the race win this evening. Hey man, while you're here, gotta ask, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
My teammate Jeremy Watkins, he had a bad night, but he keeps me motivated in here. So he's a good teammate. So I got to shout out to him and also the league. This series has really turned out to be a fun series, and glad to see all these drivers turn out. It really makes it a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the victory this evening. We head to Sebring next week, and hopefully we can see another victory out of you, and be talking to you again next week.
I hope so. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. That'll do it for our race winner, Adam Jones, this evening. He had a great run last night in the Premier Series in this league as well. So going to be talking to Adam Jones a lot this season, I feel like, as he comes home with a victory here at round 2 of the Core GT3 Series Road to Rio Challenge. That'll do it for this evening. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here on Soak Tires Broadcasting. And also thank you to all the league sponsors, all the guys at Core that put this on, Joka Graphics, Raise Energy, all the sponsors that came on this for this awesome schedule. As you can see, got a great action-packed schedule there. I head to Sebring next week. But this was a great race here. Very technical and challenging for a lot of drivers. We saw a lot of upsets here. Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, both going out early in the race. But they'll be looking for some redemption next week. So you're going to want to tune in next week at Sebring as we head into round 3 of the Core GT3 Road to Rio Challenge.